Vanishing Point. This is Star Trek Enterprise Season 2. Let's talk about this one using my space system. Patented, trademarked, copyright, space system, story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. If I give it a 0, that means it's garbage. If I give it a 2, it's amazing. And a 1 means, yeah, it's okay. Vanishing Point, I'm going to give the storyline a 1. I would have given it 1.5, but the ending kind of didn't go well with me. It's mostly about Hoshi, who I really like. I really like her. I think she's like kind of underrated, but she's a fun character. And I don't know, I just think she's really neat. She's scared to use the transporter. I would be scared too. So, I mean, I love that this transporter fear is a thing in Enterprise, because any new technology, I'm sure the first person, and Phlox says this, it's like, I'm sure the first person sitting on that airplane is like, well, I'm going to die. You know, any new vehicle, you're like, cars come in, it's like, I don't know about these cars. Like, can you trust these cars? Like, what happened to the buggy and carriage? Like, that was just fine. Why do we need cars? You know? So there's that kind of a thing, but I think they handled it pretty well here. My problem with the story is that, so Hoshi gets transported, and Beam, I'm not sure if, I think they introduced Beam in this one, because I don't think they've said beam me up, right? So that is said, and that obviously gets played into an original series, because the word beaming is what they use. But the transporter, she comes back up, but she's slowly getting intangible, like kind of like Vision, or Phantom Girl in Legion of Superheroes. So, and then she eventually becomes invisible. But when she becomes invisible, she's still there. They just can't see her because her molecules have spread out. And she sees that there's these aliens planting bombs. I was like, whoa, what's going on? So the reason I can't give it a full marks is that it ends up that this all happened in her mind while she was in the pattern buffer. It's like she made up alien, I guess, like she never saw the aliens that were supposedly on the ship or on the surface, because there was supposed to be no aliens on the surface. So she made up aliens. I don't know. It's a little weird. I still like it. I like the concept. Up until, I would have liked it to have just been, yeah, they have some kind of technology to make themselves intangible or something, and then she found them and then she defeats them. I actually would have bought that, because I was buying it when it was happening. Anyways, the pacing, I'll give it a 1. I could give it more. Like, it was building up tension. The beginning was a little bit slower. It's like, oh, she's becoming slowly intangible. It's like, yeah, you can kind of know what's going to happen just because the title's called Vanishing Point, so you can tell that she's going to vanish. But still, I wasn't bored, so I'm going to give it a 1. I'll give the artistry a 1.5. I do like some of the effects. Everything looks good. I'm watching this on my 4K TV. There's some parts where she tries to like grab stuff and she goes like through it. And it's pretty neat. I mean, look, again, this show's pretty old now, but I'm judging it based on how good they could do it at the time, and maybe they could have done it a little bit better, but it is a TV show. Back in the day, TV shows didn't look like Game of Thrones. Like Enterprise looked pretty damn good. Like, you're watching Enterprise when it's on TV, you're like, shit, this looks pretty damn cool, man. What the hell? Now, I mean, Game of Thrones and these kinds of, this House of the Dragon and stuff, it's just like insane, right? Like, I mean, this looks like movies. You got an episode of House of the Dragon, and that looks better than like movies that, that looks better than Jurassic Park or whatever, right? Like, it's gotten so crazy now. But you got to remember, I'm reviewing this based on what you were thinking at the time. And at the time, you're like, oh shit, this looks pretty damn cool to me. So 1.5 for the artistry. Characters, I'm giving it a 2 out of 2 because I like Hoshi. She's awesome. I like her quirkiness. I like her attitude. I like the way she delivers her lines. I like when in this episode she goes to translate the language. She can't do it, and she feels kind of bad and awkward. I think she's great. She's a great character. I actually love everybody on Enterprise. I would 100% go to a convention and get everyone's autographs and pictures and everything. And I know they cost like tons of money, but I would spend it because I just love all the characters so much. One of my favorite ensemble casts of Star Trek. So, yep, everything's good there. Enjoyment factor, I kind of like this one anyways, even though they copped out at the end. I'm giving it a 1.5 because I'm a sucker and I like Hoshi a lot, and I think some people don't like her as much, so I'm just giving it a 1.5 just to say, ha, I like her, and what are you gonna do about it? I'm gonna give this one a total of a 7 out of 10. Again, this isn't gonna blow anyone's mind away. You're just gonna be like, oh, that was a cool. I guess that was okay. Some people might not like this at all because of the cop out ending. And some people are just not. If you don't like Hoshi, I guess you're just not gonna care. It doesn't further the Enterprise story or anything. It's just a fun one-off episode. I liked it. That's it. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. If you like my space system, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Star Trek playlist. Lots of cool stuff on there. That's it, everybody. Until next time.